Hello my friends, in today's episode I will be doing a little bit unboxing of the Canon R6 Mark II and the 50mm RF 1.8 and talking a little bit about why I decided to make the switch from Sony, I used the Sony a7 III before, to the Canon system. So let's get into it. So when we open up the R6 Mark II box, of course from the top we will have some instructions. We will have a charging brick, that's how you call it, and the battery. Of course we need the battery. It comes in a little protective case. You just take it off. Okay, and of course the cables for the charger. Alright, and underneath we have the neck strap, and finally we have the Canon R6 Mark II camera. Alright, so let's put all this aside, and that's all you get in the box. So let's put all this aside and put the camera together so it can work. Of course, we put in the battery from underneath here, just like that. And of course, we still need the lens, right? So I'll put the neck strap on later. So now let's do the unboxing on the RF 51.8. So the 51.8 as well, you got some paperwork and a lot of protective wrapping. We could put all of this back into its place and we won't need the box anymore. So the lens isn't really big. It's really not that big. It's small, so that's good. I like little and portable. We got the sensor out. And let's put on the lens, just like that. That's how it looks like with the lens on. Let's see if we got some juice in the battery. And we got some juice. Let's see how the 40 frames per second sounds like here. Let's change it to high speed plus. You could almost record a movie just by shooting stills, right? Of course, I don't got a memory card put in here. I will be doing a review more about this in another video, so if you're interested, subscribe and stay tuned. And of course, why did I make the switch from Sony to Canon? Of course, if somebody asks what is better, Sony or Canon to start with, I would always tell them start with Sony. Because Sony, of course, many things Sony does have better. And of course, Sony has much more cheaper lens choices. Of course, that's an argument, but I would say if you would look at the Canon EF line, they are now cheap lenses and you can use them on the R6 or any mirrorless Canon with an adapter. So it's like buying cheaper lenses, right? But Sony does have the Samyang lenses and all that without any adapters. So that's always something good. But the reason I decided to come back to Canon is pure sentiment. I started out, my first ever DSLR was a Canon EOS 10D. It was a beautiful 6-megapixel camera. It took beautiful pictures. I think I will get one as well, just to have one like that, because it doesn't really matter what kind of a camera you have. You can have the most advanced Hasselblads and the best Sony A1 or anything like that, but if you're not happy with your pictures still, that's not the fault of the camera, right? You could take great pictures with your cell phone. You could take great pictures with any camera. Why I decided to change systems now is because my Sony a7 III had almost 300,000 photos made on it, and it would require a service quite. It could fail at any time, and since I want to get into wedding photography and things like that, I wouldn't want the camera failing on me. And since I would have to buy a new camera anyway, that would be an expense. So I decided to pay a little extra and get the Canon R6 to come back to the Canon family, just like I always wanted to. And of course I need the dual card slots and everything. So, and I love the look of the Canon cameras as well. And I will have coming in a 2870 as well, the f2, so stay tuned for that unboxing and the later reviews and tests. So if you like this video, a subscribe would mean a lot to me. It tells me I make helpful and interesting content. So thank you for watching. Take care, my friends.